ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रे विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। धर्मप्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सदां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तुशिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते मुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आदिशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरहित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ एकविंशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच Chant the chapter 21. य एतान्मत्पथो हित्वा भक्तिज्ञानक्रियात्मकान् क्षुद्रान् कामांश्चलैः प्राणैः जुषन्तः संसरन्ति ते स्वे स्वेधिकारे या निष्ठा सगुणः परिकीर्तितः विपर्यस्तु दोषः स्यात् उभयोरेष निश्चयः शुद्ध्यशुद्धि विधीयेते समानेष्वपि वस्तुषु द्रव्यस्य विजिगित्सार्थं गुणदोषौ शुभाशुभौ धर्मार्थं व्यवहारार्थं यात्रार्थमिति चानघ दर्शितोऽयं मयाचारः धर्ममुद्वहतान्धुरं भूम्यं वग्न्यनिलाकाशा भूतानां पञ्चधातवः आब्रह्मस्थावरादीनां शारीरा आत्मसंयुताः वेदेन नामरूपाणि विषमाणि समेष्वमे धातुशुद्धव कल्प्यन्ते एतेषां स्वार्थसिद्धये देशकालादिभावानां वस्तूनां मम सत्तमा गुणदोषविधीयेते नियमार्थं हि कर्मणाम् अकृष्णसारो देशानाम् अब्रह्मण्यो अशुचिर्भवेत् कृष्णसारोऽप्यसौ वीरः कीकटो संस्कृतेरिणं कर्मण्यो गुणवान् कालः द्रव्यतः स्वत एव वा यतो निवर्तते कर्म स दोषो कर्म कः स्मृतः द्रव्यस्य शुद्ध्यशुद्धि च द्रव्येण वचनेन च संस्कारेणाथ कालेन महत्वाल्पतयाथवा शक्त्या शक्त्याथवा बुद्ध्या समृद्ध्या च यदात्मने अघं कुर्वन्ति हि यथा देशावस्थानुसारतः धान्यदार्वस्थितन्तूनां रसतैजसचर्मणां कालवायुवग्निमृत्तोयैः पार्थिवानां यतायुतैः अमेध्यलिप्तं यद्येन गन्धं लेपं व्यपोहति भजते प्रकृतिं तस्य तत् शौचं तावदिश्यते स्नानदानतपोवस्था वीर्यसंस्कारकर्मभिः मत्स्मृत्या चात्मनः शौचं शुद्धं कर्माचरेद्विजः मन्त्रस्य च परिज्ञानं कर्मशुद्धिर्मदर्पणं धर्मः सम्पद्यते षड्भिः अधर्मस्तु विपर्ययः क्वचित् गुणोऽपि दोषः स्यात् दोषोऽपि विधिना गुणः गुणदोषार्थनियमः तद्भिदाम् एव बाधते समानकर्माचरणं पतितानां न पातकम् औत्पत्तिको गुणः सङ्गः न शयानः पतत्यधः यतो यतो निवर्तेत विमुच्येत ततस्ततः एष धर्मो नृणां क्षेमः शोकमोहभयावहः विषयेषु गुणाध्यासात् पुंसः सङ्गस्ततो भवेत् सङ्गात् तत्र भवेत् कामः कामादेव कलिर्नृणां कलेर्दुर्विषः क्रोधः तमस्तमनुवर्तते तमसा ग्रस्यते पुंसः चेतना व्यापिनी द्रुतं तया विरहितः साधु जन्तुः शून्याय कल्पते ततोऽस्य स्वार्थविभ्रंशः मूर्छितस्य मृतस्य च विषयाभिनिवेशेन नात्मानं वेद वा परं नापरं वृक्षजीविकया जीवन व्यर्थं भस्त्रेव यः श्वसन फलश्रुतिरियं नॄणां न श्रेयो रोचनं वरं श्रेयो विवक्ष्या प्रोक्तं यथा वैषज्यरोचनम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवतशरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीसूतशरणं मम श्रीशुकदेवशरणं मम श्रीव्यासशरणं मम श्रीकुमारशरणं मम श्रीनारदशरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मशरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्मशरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्जदहर्जित नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्ध मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः ॐ अथ एकविंशोऽध्यायः Let us salute the Lord Bhagavan Krishna and all avatars and Bhagavan Mahavishnu. Let us also salute the Guru Tattva and all the Guru Parampara, especially our Guru Parampara as well as the Bhagavata Shastra Guru Parampara wholeheartedly. What do we ask from them after doing Upasana, Puja, Namaskara? Ki may they percolate every aspect of all layers of our personality, divinize so much that not even a trace of impurity which is obstructing our realization of the God, our recognition of Paramatma, let all that impurity be absolutely, totally removed. So that we experience that Swachhata, the Shuddhata, the Shanti, the Atmasthiti and Atmanubhava. At the same time, Bhagavad Darshanam, which is there everywhere. The Bhagavan is everywhere. So only by our ardent prayer, when that Sukshma Rupa Sthita, Guru Shakti and Bhagavad Shakti does the anugraha on us that the impurities, obstructions go away, then what we are studying becomes fruitful, effective, meaningful to liberate us. So having done this, let us enter into this 21st chapter of this 11th sarga, so 11th skandha of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam. In this, Why the Gunadosha Vidhana? That is in detail explained. In Shastra, the Varnana explained as Guna and Dosha. And whatever is Guna, that is supposed to be practiced as Vidhi. Vidheyatmakataya kartavyam. Then whatever is dosha yukta, that is nishedhatmakataya parihartavyam. That should not be done. So, explanation in some 20 shlokas regarding these guna dosha, Bhagavan explains. In that, he tries to justify them for what reasons he or the Rishi Muni Gurus have given guna doshata vidhi nishedata regarding our various involvements in life. What is the purpose of them? क्यों दिया है वो, किस लिए उसको करना है, and then what is the limit of them, how long one should be considering about the guna doshas ityadi. That means where he can transcend this concept of goodness and badness and rise above that which supports both of them. So this is a intellectual what do you say, gymnastics, or you can say acrobatics, or rather a positive word is intellectual research here in these 20 shlokas Bhagavan gives. We try to listen and see whatever we can catch, we catch. But first and foremost, in the first two shlokas itself, summarizing what was said in the earlier chapters, Bhagavan is guiding us as to what the life should be lived like. Very beautiful, these two shlokas, and including the last shloka of the earlier chapter, which we discussed exhaustively yesterday. Just I read that, you can see, Evam Atma, Evam Etan Maya Adishtan Anutishtanti Me Pataha. In this way, whoever are following the marga shown by me, which reaches them to me. The marga of Gunadosha to some level, in the Vyavahara, once he enters into spiritual sadhana, the Karma Marga, the Ashtanga Yoga Marga, the Bhakti Marga, and finally Jnana Marga. All of them take us to Bhagavan. These margas are like in a town between two towns, or in the town from one point to the other point. Road remaining the same. But at one place it is called as Gandhi Road, in another place called as Subhash Road, in another place called as Sardar Patel Road, Bhagat Singh Road. Road is one, but then it is named. And you have to cross each of the road to reach the final destination. In the same way, the names of the roads are Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, but all of them are leading to the Lord Himself, taking us to Paramatma Anubhava. So whoever practices them, for them what is the result? Kshemam Vindanti, they will get all the security. Matsthanam Vindanti, they will get the Salokya Mukti. Yad Brahma Paramam Viduho, they even recognize and experience themselves as Parabrahma. So the Kshemam is security of the worldly life here and hereafter. Matsthanam is the Salokya. We enter into Bhagavan's Loka and enjoy. Then at Brahma Paramam Mahat means Paramam Vidu, the experience of Brahma Tattva as said in the Shastra. So through Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, you can say Kshemam Vindanti. Through Bhakti Yoga, we can say Matsthanam Vindanti. Through Jnana Yoga, Yad Brahma Paramam. This is how Spashta Rup se Bhagavan told. Spashta. Now the chapter 21 starts with, if that is not done, what's their lot? And what they do, and why they don't do what is said. Which is very crucial. And it's about nobody else. It is about me only. If I have to reach to Brahmasthanam or Matsthanam and Kshemam, I myself have to live life of Gunadoshata for some time, then definitely enter into Karma Yoga consciously, keep doing. And while doing so, keep on studying Shastras from the Guru so that the convictions grow, the doubts go away, the inspirations come. There are two things. One, I am living life of Papa Durmargata, because of which I am entering into the Narakadi Dukkha. I have to live a life of Punyata and Sadhana. For that, I have to do these Punyata and Adhyatmikata. For that, these are the Punya karma I have to do, and I have to do sadhana. First, this differentiation. Second is what? To do the Punya karma and sadhana karma and to avoid the Papa karma and samsara karma, we need tremendous amount of conviction in them. Because little mere superficial listening understanding is not sufficient to pull our heart from this life to this life. Because those powerful vasanas, powerful convictions about the worldliness, which we were living for such a long time, won't allow us to easily get rid. Therefore, while listening to Shastra continuously and observing and getting inspired by the company of the such great noble lives. More than these two, most important one is that because of which we are suffering in life, the kama krodhadi, don't enter into those zones where those become again more powerful. It's like a drunkard want to give up drinks. He should never into the company of the young people or friends who are drinking, nor even should go near to that place. If he goes there, all the past of it pulls him to enter into that, because आंखों के सामने होने के बाद वस्तु से दूर रहना मुश्किल होता है. We become weak. That power is there in the vastu. Not that it's a powerful chaitanya vastu, but देख कर उसका हमारा बुजदिल कमजोर दिल जो है वो फिर फिसल जाता है. One of the very essential thing is give it up. Give it up eternally. Then that is so difficult to give up some things because of so much of longing for it. And some try to some extent. Again, they give up the giving up and come back to old routine. Only few among them who once say no permanently, and in time they come out of that, and yet they have to be never careless, never pramatta. Always they should be apramatta only. As we are saying again and again, avoiding the binding things, doing sadhanas, to give us the Atmanubhuti, we have to do them till the last moment. So while I am going home from office, how long I have to be careful regarding my driving? The answer is till I reach my house destination. Because 10 meters before the house also, there is a chance for any accident, any slipping, any falling. You can't be sure about it. You can't say that 20 किलोमीटर है घर, 19 and 19.5 किलोमीटर हो गया, आधा किलोमीटर है, I can be careless. You can't. 100 meters say I can be careless. No, it's not. Till you reach house and park the car in the vehicle, you have to be careful only. Same way in sadhana, these are the few things we have to put in our heart. They give us strength. They give us inspiration. They give us courage. These facts. If these facts are not embedded in our heart, then we are in some ashavada and we keep on being in the world only. We say sadhana कर रहा हूँ ना थोड़ा, तो कभी कभी मैं उसको छोड़कर I can become worldly. ऐसा नहीं होता. Till we reach definition, we have to have the apramattata, the alertness. That is by the way. Now what is said by Bhagavan Krishna in chapter 21, first sloka? Sri Bhagavan Vacha, ya etan matpataha hitva. In the earlier chapter, last sloka, those who follow, what benefit they get is said. Here, etan matpatha hitva. These paths of mine which are shown by me, which reach to me, the one are those who give them up. Hitva means chhod dete, means they don't practice. Knowingly also they don't practice, or many people don't practice because they don't know at all. Etan matpatha hitva. And what are they? I am reminding you because in the last chapter you might have forgotten. Bhakti jnana kriyatmakan. The Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, Kriya means the Kriya Yoga of Yoga Marga, as well as converting the Karma into Karma Yoga, Karma Yoga Marga. With giving up them, then what are they doing instead of doing this sadhana? Kshudran Kaman Chalai Pranai Jushantaha. With this restless, ever demanding Indriyas, those who are enjoying or indulging in the Kshudra Kamas of the world, such people, they samsarantite, they will go on doing Papa Punya and entering to Swarga Naraka and coming back to human being. In this way, they are ever in the samsara only. Neither they become Shuddha in the Antakarana, nor they take up the path of devotion, nor they evolve through the knowledge path to discover something beyond. That's always far, far away from them. Now you understand why sadhana is far away from people. Not it is far away in the distance physical. It is far away because they are Shudran Kaman Chalai Pranai Jushantaha. They are just indulging in the Vishaya Vastus only with their Indriyas, which are so cheating, which they will never say enough. How many of our millions of lives with senses and all indulge in the objects, unless we become intellectually alert to discover something higher, the Indriyas will never say enough. Now, these are the tricks of the mind or the senses which work on us. And this is what is said in all Shastras. For those who have recognized that I am indulging the world with all desires, I want to rise above them and discover something. For them, this is what was said. Keeping in mind the goal of something beyond, for that all this worldliness is obstruction. Having conviction about it, slowly we have to withdraw from them. This is the only way. Or else samsarantite. What is samsara? Having born as a human being, having given the opportunity through jnana and bhakti to discover that infinite Paramatma, instead of doing that, like a Pashu and Pakshi and Rakshasa only, those are only indulging in the small little sukhas given by the objects through sense organs. Those who indulge in that, they are samsara. Very spashta. Kshudran kaman chalai paranai jushantah samsarantite. And the same routine will continue to them like every day. Like today, I did not study Shastra. I never did sadhana, bhakti, or jnana, nor karma, yoga, or ashtanga. What did I do? She said, Chalai indriyai kshudran kaman jushantaha. That's what I did. What will I do tomorrow? Same, day after same. Now tomorrow, day after के विजय आज ही देखो सुबह क्या किया वही, दोपहर में क्या किया वही, शाम को वही, और सुबह भी देखो हर पल हर मिनट क्या किया मैं वही. So that's how, not getting exposed to the ultimate truth, not trying for that, only living a very small life of all animalistic tendencies. देखो, all animals, most of them in fact, exceptions one two, they are horizontally they're there and their heads are always bent down. What indicates is they have equal value for the head and heart and stomach and the things below. And their head is always jhuko to that ground. And what is there on ground is only bhogavastu. But how the human being is made by the Lord? Is it not the head on the top, heart next, then the stomach, then the next one below? We are not horizontal like the animals. They are called as Tiryag Yoni. We are all the Urdhva Yoni. We are above. And as far as also, the head is put on the top. And we are given a chance to look up above. Now, what indicates is what? Looking, using your head in which the intellection is there, we have to look up above means look beyond this world of indulgences. See the world, its infinitude, where from it must have come, what is its purpose, what is beyond all that. So to me, I am living life with all my Dehendra Manobuddhi, how they are functional, what is the Shakti which is pushing them, what is the relation of mind to that, is that is real me, is this is real me? No, these are all the Purushartha. Only human being can do them. That is what we have to do. And if you don't do that, being a erect standing human being, then we are those standing erect, but our heads are bent down only like the animal. The one who bends down head is the one who commits sin. जो बुरा करता है वही सर झुका सकता है ना. जो हिम्मत से हौसले से सत्कर्म कर रहा है वो तो सर झुकाएगा नहीं, वो सर उठाकर खड़ा होएगा. Just an example I am giving. Don't take it that strictly as a rule, but an analysis to say. So, kshudran kaman chalai pranai jushantaha samsaranti te sarve. Who are they? Ya etan matpataha hitva bhakti jnana kriyatmakan. So, in this, the Lord's job is to provide human life to us. His job is to give the bhakti jnana kriya paths which reach us to the infinite bliss. And he also does another favor of himself coming in the form of Guru to continuously teach us, to continuously protect us from falling down. Now, all this we have to use, that is our job. So I must go to the Guru, I must learn from him, and I must follow his instructions as orders, and I must take the path of Karma Bhakti Jnana which leads to the Lord, and I must reach out by doing all that. I only must have to give up all the lower and go through whatever the difficulties we have to go through. Now, in this world, the two things, the power of Maya is so much, it keeps on pulling us into the worldliness. At the same time, if one is very strict in his discipline, knowledgeable in his intellect, committed in his goal, it is again the Bhagavan's Krupa which will help us to come out of. That is why in this world, though there are less people, but still there are the people who have risen above the worldliness and reached to spiritual heights. That should inspire us. The other day I gave the example of yesterday, same context. Out of the 100 people, if 99 are worldly, one only spiritual, don't follow the 99 people's path saying that it is impossible because so many are not able to reach. No. One is able to reach means let that one be you. That inspiration we have to have. There are people who also were at one time like us, not able to give up these habits, the indulgences, the kama krodadi, but they have risen above. Let them be our example. Let them be our inspiration. Let us delve or revel more and more in their own way of life. Thus we get inspired and rise above. एंड याद रखना हमेशा ऑर्डिनरी पाशविक लोग सब रहते हैं, एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मनुष्य बनना बहुत कमी करते हैं. और इन दैट एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी सुपर ह्यूमन वन हु बिकम्स ट्रू स्पिरिचुअल एंड ग्रोइंग, दे आर वेरी रेयर ओनली इट इज. And all the said things said and done, I don't want to pursue this rare path of spiritual evolution, which is very difficult to me. And I just want to be Kshudran Kaman Jushantaha with Chalai Pranahi. Nobody will stop you. You go, it is your life. But remember, you will continue in your own samsara. In that, sometimes you do punya, some good things come. Many times you do papa knowingly or unknowingly. Punya is consciously done, therefore it's very rare. Papa is unknowingly done because it's so much, therefore it is so much. बिना जाने पाप ज्यादा किया जाता है, पुण्य को जानबूझकर करना पड़ता है तभी वो पुण्य होता है. पुण्य अचानक अपने आप नहीं होता. पाप बिना जाने बिना देखे भी होता है. तो पाप का घड़ा जाता होता रहेगा. So in that samsara lot, we will go through all the dukkhadi also. You are ready for it, go for it. Is it not? That's why in all the spiritual sadhanas or understandings, I want to come out of this lower life to reach to the higher. That type of mumukshata is the very rarest commodity to gain. And without that, nobody can be truly sincerely spiritual for a long time. Even if he does spiritual practices, yajna, upasana, he does them for the kamya karma only or fulfillment of kamana only, not for discovering self, not for getting liberated from jiva bhava. Therefore, that mumukshata, ask from today, the Lord, Lord, give me the desire to get out of this limited life. Enhance or intensify my desire to experience that infinite self, to experience your presence, to be able to surrender at your feet. May I discover the joy in them, which is true. In this worldliness, I am seeing the joy, though it is not true. May I recognize that self cheating aspect and come out of that. द होल शास्त्र कीप्स ऑन टेलिंग अस दिस थिंग कि तुम इमेजिन कर रहे हो दुनिया में सुख है, अदरवाइज नहीं है. होता तो सबको उसमें सुख होना चाहिए और तुमको ही हमेशा होना चाहिए. नहीं हो रहा है. इट्स ऑल डेल्यूजन, बट दैट डेल्यूजन इज सो पावरफुल. नो, इट सुपरसीड्स द स्मॉल लिटिल इन्फॉर्मेशन व्हिच वी हैव, व्हिच हैज नेवर बिकम इवन नॉलेज आल्सो. When the knowledge becomes very strong and very, very deep and conviction, then with the help of that, we can come out of these delusions. So, all put together, I have shown you wonderful three paths to reach me. If you don't follow that, what do? Is you're an ordinary animal like man, indulging in the worldliness. That's your choice. मेरे को बोलना मत बाद में फिर. And unfortunately, those who have not studied Bhagavata, they have little choice. Once we studied Bhagavata and we are told about it by Bhagavan Krishna, we have choice, no choice at all, but to give up the Kshudran Kaman and take up Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. And all that is, I have to evolve through Karma, Bhakti, Jnana, Yoga. So this is how the Karma Yoga I have to do. In that way, keep oneself in that mood. Like the youngsters, I want to become an engineer. So keep themselves in that mood. I want to become doctor. So they keep themselves in that mood and go through that study of medicine. In the same way, I want to evolve spiritually. These are the three paths. These are I am pursuing. So my maintenance is of that mood regarding myself. तो हमेशा आज कितना भोग किया, कितना कामना एंजॉय किया, कितने मिस हो गए, इसको कम कितना, टुमारो हाउ मच आई विल इंडल्ज, instead of that rubbish thoughts. The positive thing is today how much of karma yoga I have done, how much of bhakti I have done, how much of jnana I have done. On that I have to focus. It's all in your own mind. Remember, everything is in the mind. If you understand, then never mind. If you don't understand, I will say never mind. It's in the mind only. How much of japa upasana I have done today? On that we have to value. Wait, हमको करना है उसका. This entire chapter is going to talk about those things in a subtle, secret manner. Is it not? The most kami bhogi people look in this way. Here I could see only 2 movies today. I should have seen 3 or 4. Unnecessarily somebody came and disturbed me. That's a bhogi's vichara dhara. But a sadhaku's vichara is that today I could do only 20 malas of japa. I wanted to 50, but then somebody came and disturbed me. So tomorrow I'll see that such disturbances are not there, avoided. I'll do more malas. That's how we have to help ourselves and be in that company. I'm telling you again and again, the company is so important. Whether it is electronic company, whether it's the family members discussion company, whether it's the company of your friends, your company of what you use in phone and all, that decides how your mind works. Through them, if you can reach God, you are helping yourself most. There's some people who have all TV, cell phone, they see only spiritual programs and they are getting benefit out of it. Ghar mein baithe baithe. You are the example for that. I don't know whether your screen has got multiple channels and along with me, you may be seeing other movie also. एक जमाना होता था 3-4 साल पहले 4 एक ही बार स्क्रीन में आजकल भी होंगे वो some are there only but others are there they do the other things choice is ours always now the next sloka is very important equally स्वे स्वेधिकारे या निष्ठा स गुणः परिकीर्तितः विपर्यः तो दोषः स्यात् उभयोः एषः निश्चयः. So Gunadosha, simple meaning I am telling you, keep it in mind. Whatever I am going to tell is the elaboration of this. That elaboration will definitely help you, but it is little twisting, it is little heavy, it is deeper, little confusing it is. Whether you know it or not, understand or not, the main sentence to samajh lo. What is that main one? Sve sve adhikare ya nishtha sa gunaha parikirtita. This we explained yesterday. According to Varnashrama Vyavastha in the Vyavahara, to whatever I have adhikara, doing that is guna. Doing opposite of it is dosha. So a Brahmana with Brahmana adhikara, doing his Shastra Adhyanam, Upasana Yajnayaga is his adhikara. Doing that is guna for him. Instead of that, he gives it up, though he is adhikari for that, does the karma of Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra, it is dosha for him. For so to the Shudra, his adhikara is that one only of Seva karma, but he tries to take up the spiritual work, Brahmana's karma, which is not possible for him, then there also he is doing dosha. He can slowly evolve himself in improving his own inner prayers, inner guna, slowly. But though he deserves that, instead of doing that, if he comes here, like it's very lethargic. Such a lethargic person, if he is sent into an ashrama for studying in Veda Mantra, etc., he will only sleep in every class. That fellow's inner nature is full of that tamoguna to wash off foot, which he should be employed or put only in the karma marga. That is adhikara for him. Don't you see some children, they come class, soite rehte. I was a teacher sometime, so I could see the children, some of them. पहले बेंच में बैठ कर सोते थे. क्या क्लास की बात कह रहे हो सत्संग में? I think the prayer of all the gurus, the Bhagavan has answered in the form of the online classes. कि कौन सो रहा है? ये गुरु को भी नहीं पता और शिष्य भी इतने कोई टेंशन नहीं है. गुरु को बोलने दो, ये बढ़िया सा लल्लाबी की तरह है वो, हल रहा है, झुल रहा है. I will also sleep. तमोगुणी. So Svesvedikareyanishta Saguna Parikirtitaha, very clear. So in the same way, that was about the Varnashrama. In the sadhana also, the Jnana Margi, the Bhakti Margi, the Yoga Margi, the Karma Margi. Depends on that. As I told you, extreme Tamaguna, it is Karma Yoga Marga for him. Too much of Chanchalyata of the Chitta, it is Ashtanga Yoga for him. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, through that virulent mind and intellect vagaries or runnings, he'll have to control. Then those who have become a little tendency of emotion, etc., and little distraction also of the mind, for them, the tenderness of the mind is brought out, and single pointedness is brought out, and some good qualities of love, etc., are brought in with the help of Bhakti Marg. And the sharp, shrewd, subtle, logical, inquiry type intellection, to such people, the Tattva Jnana Chintana. They are taught, easy, you are drashta, that is drushya. Drushya can never become the drashta. This is how they are, Jnata, Jnana, Gneyam differentiation. So they are taught this marga of the inquiry. Jnana marga. So Svesvedikare Anishta Saguna Parikirta. Now Viparyahatu, if somebody does Viparya, contrary not the does the thing which for which he has not got the adhikara, dosha syat, then it is dosha for him. Ubayoh eshah nishchayah. This is the final conclusion regarding guna dosha vyavastha anywhere. And now it will be explained. And the summary of all the explanation is what? Whoever has got adhikara for whatever, for them that sadhana is called as guna for them, because that particular thing evolves them in that right direction. So his guna gives him adhikara. According to that adhikara, he is supposed to do this. And why should he do this one only? Because this helps him in evolving. Like in the just now I said, a very highly intellectual type is the mind of a student. That is his guna. Because of that, he is an adhikari for that type of subject. What's the subject? You put him in mathematics. If you send him to mathematics with that adhikaritva antakarana, he will excel in the study of maths. He himself can become tomorrow a great PhD doctorate student to discover some mathematical secrets. He is evolving and he is getting benefited, and the world also gets benefited. This is how we decide the vrittis of people in the world. In the Adhyatmic sadhana also like that, these are given to you depending on your adhikara, which is depending on the guna, on your guna, sattva, rajas, tama guna. This particular lifestyle becomes guna to you because it evolves you. Guna means good thing, useful thing to you, because it helps you in evolving. Like I study Shastra, I can little talk. So doing this job is guna to me. That suits to my guna. I am adhikari for it. Other things I can't do. The thousands of things are there. If you ask me to do the huge upasanas, yagni agadi, mere se hoga nahi baba. I don't remember the mantras only. If you ask me to do all the social works of gathering people and discussing about what's happening and how to bring the changes, how to raise slogans against government, ये सब कहाँ होगा मेरे से? अरे वाह, impossible. In the same way, each one. दो श्लोक बताए गए. Now onwards, you will see Bhagavan tells us why this guna dosha vidhana is given. On the basis of what and what for they have to be done. Finally, where we have to stop them. Guna doshata. Very tricky subject. Bhagavan also gave it, and Uddhava might have caught it, but for us it is little tough. We try to see. Mantra third. Shuddhya shuddhi vidhiyete samaneshu api vastushu dravyasya vijigitsartham guna doshau shubha shubhau. देखो, समानेषु अपि वस्तुषु, things remaining the same of the world. Remember, things remaining same in the world. Dravyasya vichikitsartham. To inquire and see whether that object is suitable or not, useful or not for me, object remaining same. But to inquire and find whether it is useful for me or not useful for me, means inquire as well as use it. Inquire if it is not useful, not useful, therefore leave it. To decide this one means समानेषु अपि वस्तुषु द्रव्यस्य विचिकित्सार्थम. पहले दोनों को पकड़ो. Though the things are remaining same in this world, मतलब हम सब इसी दुनिया में हैं, सबके सामने ही दुनिया है. Is it not? Yet dravyasya vichikitsaartham, that object which is there in front, to do the vichikitsa on that means to research on that, so that we know from it, listen carefully, to know from it whether it is useful for me or not. Having known, if useful, you use it. If not useful, don't use it. For the sake of this achievement only, all the objects are mentioned in these three categories. What are they? Shuddhi, Ashuddhi, then second one is Guna Dosha, third is Shubha Shubha. These are two opposite things. Two opposite things. ये अशुद्धि है, ये शुद्धि है. ये दोष है, गुण है. ये अशुभ है, शुभ है. What for they are given? समानेषु अपि वस्तुषु द्रव्यस्य विचिकित्सार्थम. What is the dravyasya vichikitsartham? Thing is same. But should I use it? Will that the benefit comes to me or not? Or will I lose something with by indulging in that? I must know it. And on the basis of that, these three pairs of sets are told. Though all the three are one, but little difference is there. Therefore, Bhagavan mentioned all those three. What is what? Shuddhi, Ashuddhi, Shubha, Ashubha. Third one is called as Guna Dosha. तो एक वस्तु है, वो शुद्धि भी है, अशुद्ध भी है. गुण भी है, दोष भी है, शुभ भी अशुभ है. After researching about that object, these pairs of opposite are put on that for me, whoever is going there, to use it or not. Like when you buy some eatables or drinkables, even some medicine, उसमें लिखा रहता है not for pregnant women, not for the children. Is it not for the alcoholic? Don't you see that? Object is same and people come as customers to buy. Let them pay money and get it, no? No, there's a guna dosha. It is for the other people it is guna, but for this people it is dosha. Their object remaining same. The guna dosha that is kept for the dravyasya vichikitsartham. Vichikitsa here is mean what? Object is there, but it should be useful to you if you use it. If it is harmful to you, how can you use it? That's called vichikitsa. Is it not? In the same way, when the food items are given to different patients in the hospital, hospital is same, all are patients suffering, but everybody is not given same medicine or even same diet. वही द्रव्य से विचिकित्सा कि इसके हालत के हिसाब से वो खाना देने से इसका तबीयत खराब होएगा, इसलिए दूसरा देंगे और ये दूसरे को जरूरत है उसको देते. So in this way, dravyasya vichikitsartha, matlab what? Though the things are there in front of us, but that should be beneficial to me. Keeping it in mind, the labeling is done by the Lord. Ki this is guna, this is dosha, this is shubha, this is ashubha, and this is also shuddhi, this is the ashuddhi. कुछ चीज अशुद्ध है तो छोड़ ही देना है, बट उसको शुद्ध कर सकते हैं तो शुद्ध करके यूज करना है. कुछ चीजों में गुण दोषता होती है और दोष है तो छोड़ ही देना है, गुण है तो जरूर प्रैक्टिस करना है. And there are some Ashubha and Shubha. Sometimes the Ashubha can be made Shubha through some prakriya and use it. If it is not done, you give it up. And if it is Shubha, we have to take it. Is it not? Like with regard to the time. Shubha Samaya, Shubha Kala, Shubha Muhurta. Evam Guna Visheshna Vishishtayam Asyam Shubha Tithau, Shubha Muhurtau. For that particular month, marriage or inauguration or anything, Shubha Muhurta is put there. And little here and there, the Rahu Kala and all that, Ashubha. That's what our Shastras have studied and told us. Is it not Shubha Shubha Muhurta hai ki nahi? Then Guna Dosh ki vyavastha hai is jagat mein, everywhere. Many of us even follow it also. Like at the time of exams. Watching TV, movie and all, it is dosha. Because you have to study. But after exams or holidays are there, इस शैतान को कैसे कंट्रोल करें? इसको एक रिमोट दो, टीवी के सामने बैठाओ, वही गुण है उसके लिए. Otherwise, this fellow cannot be controlled. Is it not? Walking is guna for your health. But कोई accident होगा, हाथ पैर टूटा है, अब you can't walk. It is dosha at that time. Walking remains same, but it is guna and one condition. Dosha at another condition. Sugar remaining same. Those who have that high BP, high sugar level, उनके लिए sugar लेना दोष है. But those suffering from the hypoglycemia, whatever you call, they have to eat sugar. No, you can't blame the sugar, nor you can blame the doctor who says somebody to eat more sugar and other fellow don't eat. ये जो गुणदेश निर्णय वहां हुआ है, ये द्रव्य से विचिकित्सा के कारण. विचिकित्सा means study it properly and make use of it if it is useful. If not, no. Three sets of things: Shubha Shubha, Gunadosha, as well as Shuddhya Shuddhi of all the dravyas are given in the Shastra, so that those things should help us, not trouble us. Now, these things would be explained in the entire chapter, or maybe at least next 20 shlokas. Now, these three sets are given for these three purposes. It is said in the next shloka 4. Dharmartham vyavaharartham yatrarthamiti chanagha darshitoyam maya acharaha dharmam udvahatam dhuram. Those who truly want to follow dharma, and after knowing that dharma only evolves them, those who want to truly follow dharma, for them this achara and not to be done. Achara means achara vyavahara maya darshita through shastra. In the Shastra, I have taught them the Achara Vyavahara. In that Vidhi Pratisheda I gave because of the Guna Doshata. For the Dharma Udvahatam, those who are wanting to become the custodians of Dharma, those who don't want to follow Dharma and live life licentiously, I can't do anything to them, and nor even Shastras they follow, and they'll do all the negative karma. No, as the decider of phala for everyone, I will definitely have to punish them by giving them hell ityadi. At that time, I can't come into picture. उसका पूरा पाप का बड़ा गड़ा भर गया तो उसको फिर धकेल लेके नरक में उस समय मैं आता हूँ. But before that, if somebody deliberately wanting to live a life of adharma for their own gratification, no, we will not study even if I want to teach the Guna Dosha Vyavastha. But those who want to really rise themselves and they got conviction that it's possible only through the dharma, to such people, this is dharma, adharma, this is Guna Dosha, that achara given by me. And what are the three purposes? Dharmartham, Vyavaharartham, then Yatrartham. So Dharmartham means what? For the sake of practicing dharma, Shuddha, Shuddhi are given. The Shuddhi discussion is regarding dharma, adharma. If it is Shuddha, you have to practice it is dharma. If you don't practice, it's adharma. If it is Ashuddha, you should not practice it. If you practice it, adharma. If you don't practice, it is dharma. Shuddha Shuddhi is a pair, go with dharma and adharma. So too, second one is said Vyavaharartham. In the Vyavahara, we are told about Guna Dosha. So गुणा दोष के लिए जो है व्यवहार के लिए बता है. तो व्यवहार बनना है तो ये गुण है, उसको प्रैक्टिस करो. ये दोष है, ये करे तो आपका काम बिगड़ेगा. So for the vyavahara means our own conduction with regard to the people around, in our jobs, in our professions, we have to do vyavahara, na? So there we have to become the guna dosha one. Our drushti, like the boss is there. The guna is what? Good morning, sir, you have to say. That is called Vyavaharartham. That's the culture. That's so everywhere you see. When the boss enters, morning sir, good morning sir, good morning sir. And whatever work he gives, in time doing and giving him, again is guna. Don't do it dosh. So Vyavahar में गुण दोषों का discussion होना है. Like what our parents say, we must follow. It is the guna. They'll become happy and they will guide us more and more. They love us more and more. They take care of us more and more. Then the bond, that affinity grows so much that they are in full security of the parents, like the birds spread their wings and protect the birds, their children. From the rains, from the heat, from the winds, from other birds. Ajata Paksha eva mataram khagaha. We studied it in Vrutrasura's Charitra in Bhagavatam. Parents become so loving towards children. Of this fellow, instead of doing guna, what they say, only do the dosha, what they are not wanting, then they also get irritated. They don't give up, that's their stupidity because they are attached and they have to be attached. Who will be attached to those stupid fellows otherwise? They suffer it, that jivas, usi ko prarabdha kehte hain, they can't avoid. Yet they suffer inside. What they can do? They want to be loving, but kya kare, ek had hota hai har ek cheez ka. So to Guru Shishya. If the Shishya is very ardent, very surrendering, very devoted, the Guru gives his entire life for the Shishya's evolution. He takes care of him so much. Even that disciple will never understand how much the Guru's prayers and anugraha is working in the safety, security, evolution of the disciple. But that useless fellow, if he forgets all that and develops the dosha buddhi in being indisciplined, undevoted, disobedient, what can the Guru do? He can't, because you are not receiving. Then all health will be good. You may have a lot of money, but you will have arrogance and only pseudo philosophy. If this is happening, you have gone far away from your Guru by your own choice. Ego development and living life according to your choice means you have given up Guru from your heart. For a true disciple, even one moment's life also cannot be independent of not informing Guru. Not even a moment, not even one activity. Even मरने के समय भी गुरु का परमिशन लेके मरना है. That's called a true disciple. Oh, इसका आजकल किसको होता है ऐसा? ऐसा गुरु भी नहीं है वैसे तो. Is it not? But in our own interest, select somebody as guru and you have to do that. And from that guru, Bhagavan expresses at least for the sake of us. These are all the inner calculations that happen. Guna dosha with regard to the guru. So totally disciplined nahi hai, kuch nahi hai, so what can the guru do? In the same way, in the vyavahara of even upasana karma. भगवान के लिए सब आप भक्ति से करके अर्पण करो. It will propitiate the Lord. Lord will be happy and bless us, guna. But if it's not done, it is dosha. सो धर्म प्रैक्टिस में शुद्धि अशुद्धि का ध्यान रखो और व्यवहार के लिए गुण दोषों का ध्यान रखना. Then the third one is what? Yatrartham. Shubha. Yatra means Jivana Yatra. Means your own taking care of yourself. In that yatra, you are taking the bhojanam and the daily schedule. In that your time of the rest, etc. All that you have to do Shubha. Like for example, जैसे संध्या समय में नहीं सोना अशुभ है, ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठना है शुभ है. ये सब यात्रा. In this there is no vyavahara involved, nor the first one of what is that? धर्म अधर्म का डिस्कशन नहीं है. व्यवहार अपने यात्रा. धर्माधर्म निर्वहण इज डिफरेंट, व्यवहार निर्वहण इज डिफरेंट, यात्रा इज डिफरेंट. फॉर धर्माधर्म शुद्धि अशुद्धि, फॉर द व्यवहार गुण दोष, फॉर द यात्रा शुभाशुभ. यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड so that if it is ashubha you give up, shubha you take up, it is good for you. Yatartham is for one's own jivana nirvahana, the deha yatra. For the safety and security of your deha and life, be careful about shubha. If something is ashubha, don't involve in that. Shubha, you do it. Like bhojana. Bhojana is not a vyavahara or dharma that way. It is your own deha vyavahar ke liye bhojan. So you have to look into the food. With ashubha food hai, then it will spoil your health. फिर the food poison कितने लोग मरते रहते हैं. Even the water and all. Like that example. Taking the bath, it is shubha. Don't take it as shubha, then the body will get diseases. Doing exercise is shubha. And not doing exercise is ashubha. Excessively doing also is ashubha. है कि नहीं? कमर स्टिफ हो गया तो उसको नरम बनाने के लिए योगा बताया गुरु ने. अब उसको इतना किया कि वो स्टिफ जाकर टूट ही गया तो दिन अशुभ हो गया ना. He said do Surya Namaskar. You are starting Surya Namaskar. In the starting case for 1-2 months, you have to do only maximum 6 or 9 or 12 Surya Namaskar. शुरू के दिन ही गुरु ने कह दिया मैं उनको सिखाता हूँ करके 250 सूर्य नमस्कार यू डू, देन सूर्य विल स्टार्ट डूइंग नमस्कार टू. यार रोक दे नहीं तो तुम्हारा ब्रेक टूटेगा, बैक विल ब्रेक. यू कांट डू लाइक दिस. अशुभ इट इज. मेडिसिन भी ऐसे ही होता है ना. डॉक्टर सेट सुबह एक, दोपहर एक, शाम को एक. डॉक्टर को पता नहीं है, वैसे ही बोलते हैं लोग करके तीनों एक ही दफा लेने से अशुभ होता है वो. You can't say कि my cough should be cured quickly, therefore I'll drink the entire bottle in one go. ऐसा नहीं होता. वो 7-8 दिन का डोसेज पर डे थ्राइस होता है वो. बट अशुभ हो गया वो. इट इज देह यात्रा के लिए. So the food, the medication, the exercises which are for the deha yatra, about that you have to know very carefully about shubha and ashubha. So too when we are doing our general vyavahara in life, we have to remember in guna dosha. बुजुर्गों से कैसे बात करना है, कैसे नहीं करना, that is guna dosha in vyavahar. So to dharma dharma, regarding our own varnashrama tha, there we have to see what is shubha and what is shuddhi and ashuddhi. So this is how dharmartham, vyavaharartham, yatrartham, maya darshita ayam acharaha, dharmam udvatam dhuram. This is only for those who want to follow some higher guidance like God and Shastra and Guru and to evolve. अब नहीं है तो कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं कर सकता. देखो पेरेंट्स की बात सुननी है. अभी द चिल्ड्रन आर बेंट अपॉन विल नॉट लिसन. कौन बोलेगा उसको? लाइक आई टेल, शास्त्र पढ़ो, ज्ञान मिलेगा. You can get a goal in your life. Hooked on to that, you can rise above all your mind and the worldliness. I mean, somebody is not interested to attend Shastras class. मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? This is your choice. We can't force it, no? Evolution is not forced. It has to come from within. We are inside the egg. We have to break our own shell from within and come out. If egg is broken from outside, it becomes dead only. इज इट नॉट? तो अंडे के अंदर जो भी है जीव, वो ही अंदर विकास होकर अपने शेल को ब्रेक करके बाहर आता है. ब्रेक द शेल. इफ यू ब्रेक फ्रॉम आउटसाइड इट विल डाई. In the same way, outside people cannot break your inner shackles or shells. You have to rise within and slowly break them and come out more as a sadhaka. Others cannot, only watch. We can give all guidance. Like the mother bird does all the thing required for the hatching. its contribution only that much. But for the inner hen or whatever you call thing to come out, it has to come out from within. कभी भी ये तोपा नहीं जाता, तोपने वाला गुरु नहीं होते. Okay, only in the dharma there is topana hai because it is related to the totality. But spirituality is individual evolution. So that is your choice, nobody can force. But dharma it is forced because you are a part of total. Your adharma, ashubha, papa, it troubling others. Therefore, you will be put in check. You will be put in behind bars. Spiritual evolution is absolute personal. नहीं चाहे तो मारो, कौन मांग रहा है आपको? But व्यवहार में, because in the world, you have to be careful. There the Lord comes. इसलिए भगवान ना साधना नहीं करने वालों को आकर नहीं मारते, लेकिन जो अधर्म करते हैं उनको आकर मारते हैं, बिकॉज उनके कारण सबको दुख हो रहा है. But if you don't do sadhana, he will not kill you. If you do papa, he will kill you. Therefore, doing sadhana is more dangerous because there is choice there. Very dangerous. If you don't choose, you can't. Therefore, you have to choose. And all gurus will be waiting like that. When will this stupid fellow choose to become sadhaka and come to me? I'll teach him. One of the millions, they go to them. The guru है बिठा के सुना देते उनको. Good, they are happy with one disciple. Yamadharmaraj is happy with one Nachiketa. Arjuna, Krishna is happy with one Arjuna. 18 log the, they are all in samsara. Only one seeker asked for knowledge, give. So do one Parikshit. Enough for Sukadeva. Like that. Now the next one. Bhumyam Vajnanilakasha Bhutanam Panchadhatavaha Abrahmastavarādīnām Sharira Atma Sanyutaha. A statement of fact is said. See, Abrahmastavarādīnām. From the Brahmadeva up to the Stavara means one cell organism in this world, whatever it may be. No, in all of them, what are there? They are all made of Sharira. Every of the Sharira of all the beings from the highly evolved Brahmadeva up to small Pipilika or Stavara, all of them are made by the Bhumi, Ambu, Agni, Anila, Akasha. Bhutanam Pancha Dhatava. These Panchabhutas only are the Dhatus which go in the making of all the Dehas. Is there any difference in them? No. Is it clear? There is no doubt. Whether it is a small microbe unseeable by the eye, whether it is a Brahmadeva, and in between whatever the beings are there, all the Jiva Koti which you call as 84 lakhs are there. In all of them, what goes in the makeup of the Dehas are the Prithvi, Apas, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha, Pancha Mahabhuta only. Second, all of them are alive, dynamic, working. For all of them to be alive and dynamic, the Atma Vastu also is same. So, the material with which the body is made is Panchamahabhuta, even the Antakaranadi also, then other Sukshma Tanmatras, and the illuminating factor also, the common thing is an Atma. So, Bhumi, Ambu, Agni, Anila, Akasha, Bhutanam, Pancha Dhatavaha, Abrahma Stavaradinam, Bhutanam. For all the being from the Brahma to the Stavara, these are the Pancha Dhatus because of which the Dehas are made. Shariraha, and one in those Dehas, for the mobility and for the life, Atma Samyutaha, what is there in all of them is same Atma Vastu, same Chaitanya Paramatma. If Brahma is doing vigorously the action of creation, he should have the same Atma Vastu in him, which enlivens him, gives him life. And a small one cell organism trying to just break itself to become two cells and thus multiple. That's how the cells within get divided and they get spread. वो जो कर रहा है उसमें भी जान है, वो भी सेम आत्मा है. That Atma which is working through the four heads of Brahmadeva in the creation alone is the same Atma even in that small insect also. If a grasshopper is flying from one grass to the other, in that the Jiva is there. That Jiva means the life principle. That is same Paramatma. And that is made up of same Pancha Mahabhuta. A buffalo, an elephant, an hippopotamus, a deer or lion. All they are made by Pancha Mahabhuta, remember? All the Antakarana, whatever are there, they are made by Sukshma Pancha Mahabhuta only. The Atma alone is the same Shakti with which they have got the life in them. This is the fact set. Yet, then why not all of them are elephants only? जिन मटेरियल से देह बना वो पंचमहाभूत है, जिस आत्मा वस्तु से सब जीवित है वो आत्मा एक ही है, तो सब एक ही तरह क्यों नहीं है? Why so many 84 lakhs of yonis, different shapes given to the bodies? And to them also again guna dosha vyavahara is given to them. क्यों दिया? That's the discussion. Now see the next look. Vedena nama rupani vishamani sameshu api dhatu shuddhava kalpyante etesham swartha siddhaye. So other than the dehas, other than the Atma Chaitanya, there is a specific individualities in them. They are called as Jiva. Swartha Siddhe, for those Jivas, Swartha means their own benefit only. By the Veda, Nama Rupani Vishamani Dhatushu Kalpyante. Sameshu api. So, Sameshu Dhatushu api Vishamani Nama Rupani Vedena Kalpyante. Dhatu being same, why different rupas are given, why different namas are given, what different the karmas are given to them is swarthena. Swartha siddhe means within those each of the individuals, whatever the jivas are there, for their evolution. Be careful about this point. So what is there in tiger is Panchamahabhuta made Deha. What is illuminating the tiger? The Paramatma. What is there in the cow making up of its body? Panchamahabhuta. What is there in the life principle? Again, Bhagavan. But why the tiger is so ferociously cruel to pounce and kill? And why the cow is so sattvic, only eats grass and doesn't kill anyone? You must know it, no? Further, the answer is what? In the Atma, in this cow, other than the true factor, the third factor is there, the Jiva in the cow. So too in the tiger, other than the two facts of Atma and Deha, there is another factor, the Jiva. So to that Jiva, that type of Deha and that type of Nama, that type of Karma alone is helpful for it to evolve. और इस काउ के अंदर जो जीव है उसके लिए ऐसा ही देहा, ऐसे ही कर्म, ऐसा ही नाम देने से उसका स्वार्थ होगा. Therefore, don't blame the Lord why one is ferocious or angry or cruel, why the other one is this. That is how those jivas evolve. I gave example of cow and buffalo or tiger. You can talk about all human beings. Why each one's dehas are different. Why each one's, what do you say, antakaranas are different. Because to that jiva, that they have type of deha and birth in that particular family is the only one which help him in evolving. Now, if one is taught this education in the beginning, along with that, for evolving I am given this, but how to evolve also when it is told, and if this fellow accepts it and acts accordingly, will he not evolve? And what are the things to be done to evolve? Or these only the four things. First, live life of dharma, then karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. In between ashtanga. That's already said. But still it doesn't enter into our intellect because this logic we have not understood. You can talk about everything like this. Why the mango leaves are like that? Why coconut leaves are like that? Why banana leaves are so big? Because for that particular tree to yield those fruits, this is the setup it is required. And in that banana tree, mango tree, the jiva who is there, this is how he evolves by living as that tree and giving the fruits to the people for some time. Then he comes out of that yoni. बिना काम किए जो सबका कर्म का फल खाता है वो बंदा पेड़ बनकर खुद सब कुछ काम करके फल दूसरों को देता है. That's how the Lord gives the setup. Because the trees work hard and get the fruit, but no tree eats its own fruit. You can't see the mango tree eating the mangoes. रात को देखा था शाम को इतने फल थे, अगले दिन देखो तो एक को नहीं है, किधर गए हो? पेड़ ने अपने ब्रांचेस को झुका के he took all the fruits and ate away. Do you see that? No, that's the way the tree evolves. The jiva in the tree evolves. There is individuality in everything. Even in a blade of grass, there is jiva. In our own sharira, behind every kana, there is jiva again. Each kana में रहने वाला एक जीव evolve हो रहा है. Remember that. They are all independent. They don't know that they are on my body. Right? I also don't know that they are on the body. लगता है हम कट्टे हैं, लेकिन अपना काम वो कर रहे हैं, मेरा मैं कर रहा हूं, बट दोनों का व्यष्टि समष्टि प्रारब्ध एक दूसरे को पकड़ के है. And I, the Jiva, who was like that only at one time in millions of lives of my evolution, now I am given the human Deha, which is so sophisticated for doing all Adhyatmic sadhanas to discover the ultimate truth. So, Vedena Nama Rupani Vishamani Sameshwapi Dhatushu Uddhava Kalpyante Etesham Swartha Siddhaye. So, in general, all this is discussed, particularly also we discussed, remember, if I am born to these parents, if these are my siblings around, if these are my friends, relatives, and in my life, if these people have come, all of that was for my own evolution, the Lord, the Veda provided. Remember that, be conscious. Always add up to the knowledge and leave up to the knowledge. This is one. Second is what? Whatever has been done, good or bad, use the knowledge to rightly interpret that. Use the knowledge to rightly interpret that. Like 10 years back, I was a criminal. No, you can't suffer that thing now. You are evolved a lot. But that one you have to use knowledge and interpret rightly. At that time, my mind was so less evolved. So that's the way I had to go through. So I did it. That's not justification. That you can't say in the court. कोर्ट में तो पनिश करेंगे ही आपको. दैट इज डिफरेंट सिस्टम वर्क्स. हियर ही सेज we use our intellect and reinterpret the things that have happened, and otherwise in life generally we have to gain the knowledge and work according to the knowledge. But other than that, whatever is happening in and around us, it is for our own evolution. So भगवान ने जो सेटअप बनाया हमारे एवोल्यूशन के. नाउ हियर वन सटल थिंग कम्स. When the Lord made this Dehadi setup as well as the people around that situation set up for our own evolution, while putting so, what way if I live I evolve, that also Bhagavan says. है कि नहीं? आयरन बॉक्स बनाया कपड़े इस्त्री करने को. अब वही बंदा फिर लिख के देगा कैसे यूज करने से कपड़े का इस्त्री होता है. तो यू हैव टू डू अकॉर्डिंगली, देन यू विल डू दैट, अदरवाइज यू विल बर्न द क्लॉथ देयर. उसको सब प्लग लगाया लेकिन स्विच ही नहीं डाला मानो, वो गर्म होगा ही नहीं. देन यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू डू. 1 घंटा भी रगड़ो, द द थिंग्स विल नॉट गो देयर, श्रिंक्स एंड ऑल दैट. अब ओवर हीटिंग किया तो जल ही जाता है. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? Who the one who made an object for its utilization alone will give the instructions for using it, how to use it. Everything has a manual how to use it, given by the manufacturer only. You know, they come and demo also karte hain. Washing machine demonstration, AC demonstration. So it is made for giving you the cooling effect and comfort. How to use it, we'll tell you. Use it that way, it lasts long. Same way, entire world around is made by the Lord for our own benefit, for our own evolution. In what way, if I conduct the evolution is successful, fruitful, unfailing, the Lord Himself says to us through the Shastra and Satsanga, we have to know it. That's a maturity. And you can't justify the laziness or arrogance and ignorance that मैं ऐसे रहता हूँ फिर भी मुझे evolve होना है. नहीं बनता वो बात. हर जगह हमारा दिमाग ना अकड़ना नहीं चलता है every time. I want to be lazy, I want to be ignorant, and I want to be arrogant. Still, I have to evolve. नहीं होता. Give up your arrogance and laziness. Go to the Guru, learn from his the knowledge, and remove the ignorance, and act according to the knowledge. Evolve. It will be told. That is why now you connect this to the Varnashram Vyavastha given in the Shastra, Guna Dosha Vyavastha given, Shubha Ashubha Vyavastha given, Shuddhi Ashuddhi. For this purpose, now connect the whole subject. For some people, why this is said as Shuddhi, why Ashuddhi? These are all very sublime things are there. Like somebody died in the relatives. So अशुद्धि होती है, 10 दिन के लिए चूना नहीं कहते हैं. So there is some अशुद्धि in them because the jiva left is miserable, this fellow is miserable. If you are in contact with them, that misery unnecessarily percolates to you. Therefore they say don't touch. So that Shuddhi Ashuddhi decision the Shastra gave basing on such type of benefits for us. आजकल ये कोई फॉलो करते ही नहीं. You know, like नहाकर खाना बनाना है. हाथ पैर धोकर खाना खाना है. Not only for the physical cleanliness and all, but it is शुद्धि क्रिया. Because some Ashubha Vastu you have touched, those subtle vibrations are still there in the hand. With the same hand, you eat the food, that Ashubhata goes into your inner system. It's just not a physical washing of hand. That anyway everybody does it. We are talking about subtle one. वो अशुद्धि की निकाल दो तो फिर भोजन करो उस हाथ से, फिर आपका वो अशुद्धि अंदर नहीं जाएगा. Like this. That will be told in the next 15 shlokas. What makes what shuddhi? By removing its ashuddhi. What creates that guna? By removing the dosha, if at all possible. And how to decide shubha and ashubha? Thoda humko touch karenge. Now here, this much understood. Vedena nama rupani vishamani samaneshu api dhatushu kalpyante etesham svartha siddhaye. इनके एवोल्यूशन, स्वार्थ सिद्धि मीन्स एवोल्यूशन के लिए वेदों ने दो मटेरियल आर सेम, डिफरेंट नाम एंड डिफरेंट रूप आर गिवन टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, दो द धातुस आर सेम for the sake of their evolution. The jiva in the buffalo will need the buffalo body only for his evolution. In the course of his evolution, in another life, if he deserves the tiger body or any other, he will be given that also. For evolution only. So neither blame the Shastra that why they are making the Guna Dosha, nor blame the Creator the why he made somebody as this person, this body, that body. ये सब हमारे स्वार्थ सिद्धि के लिए. Means for that how much hard work they might have gone through. Like I told you in the morning class, how much hard work they have gone through, the research scholars, to create this medicine to free us from the disease. सो टू ये गुणदोष व्यवस्था देने के लिए, शुभाशुभ बताने के लिए हमको शुद्धि अशुद्धि, हाउ मच रिसर्च दे मस्ट हैव डन एंड फाउंड आउट ऑल द थिंग्स एंड टोल्ड अस. You have to really appreciate their effort of research and providing to us that ready reckoners. In fact, if you follow them, we grow, but हम उसको केयर नहीं करते हैं, इष्टा राज्य से हम जीना चाहते हैं. See, in all the worldly scientific things, a scientist discovered, without questioning him, we keep on using them. Only when it comes to spirituality, when the spiritual scientists have discovered our sadhanas, told us that you don't want to follow, no, I'll discover my own. अरे कभी आपको लगा कि मैं क्यों किसी ने डिस्कवर किया इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को यूज करूं, मैं अपना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिस्कवर करता हूं. ना लाइक डू यूर ओन. कोई घर में कैनाल बना के टर्बाइन घुमा के, व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, प्रोड्यूस योर ओन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और व्हाट? Why should I use the oil which is sent from the Arab countries? I don't like Muslims and all that. I will खोदो my own जमीन and bring out my own oil. नहीं होता वो. In every of the worldly thing, we just follow, we just use the things discovered by others. And it is helping you. Nobody is discovering their own electronic equipments or inventing. किसी ने बना के दिया मैं उसको. Same way, the dharma adharma vichakshana, the Rishi Munis have discovered and given to us in the Shastra. There's no simplest way than following Shastra to evolve, which we make so complicated because of our excessive arrogance. No, it is very subjective. I'm taking that permission to use these words, but you take a positive inspiration from it, or you feel it bad about it and become more Nastic or not. It is your Nastic or Astic, it's your own choice. तो भगवत गीता पढ़ो, उसमें कैसे करने से कर्मयोग, भक्ति योग, ज्ञान योग होते हुए मुक्ति होता है. नो, इज लॉर्ड विथ सो मच ऑफ विजडम एंड कंसर्न ही गिव इट. व्हाई नॉट फॉलो दैट एक्सेप्ट आवर ओन ईगो? देन नुकसान किसका है फॉलो नहीं करने से? हमारा ही है ना. एंड whoever are using it's an eternal, like electricity is covered and given, whoever are using that principle eternally, they are getting benefit of it. So to whoever are following the Shastra injunctions of Guna Dosha Vidhana, the Dharma Dharma Vidhana, or Shubhasha Vidhana, they are getting benefit out of it. Clear? Now all this Bhagavan will say, but toward the end again he will say, once you enter into Adhyatmic sadhana with clarity of reaching the ultimate goal, these Guna Dosha, you can slowly rise above. You will not be bound by them. Like when I sit in my room whole day with my puja to know the Lord, I need not follow the traffic rules because I am not in the traffic. But instead of doing my puja, japa, dhyana, adhyatmik karykrama, I only go on the road throughout the day, subah se sham, to do some work, to gain some money and all. Everywhere I have to follow the traffic rules. Do's and don'ts both are there. When green light is do move ahead. When the red light is don't move. Do's and don'ts हर जगह होते हैं. This will be at the end. Now, Desha Kaladi Bhavanam Vastunam Mama Sattama Gunadosha Vidhiyete Niyamartham Hi Karmanam. Little only I'll tell about it, but beautiful things will come tomorrow. Desha Kala Adi Bhavanam and Vastunam. Mama, which are given by me, Sattama, O great Uddhava, Gunadosha Vidhiyete. So this Desha is Guna Yukta, this is Dosha Yukta. This Kala is Guna Yukta and Dosha Yukta. So to other things, Vastu Ityadi, this Guna and Dosha. This Niyamaha Vidhiyete, for what? Niyamartham hi karmana. For regulating your activities. Why is it so? Because karmanam jatya shuddhanam, we are already told. By birth, by nature, the karma being ashuddhi. If you involve in the karma, you will go away so much from the truth and reality. To come back, it may take millions of creations again, aliens, whatever you use that word, ions, they say. So here word is used by karmanam niyamartham. Otherwise, if it is let loose to the human being for his mind will conceive or think millions of the things and to achieve them life after another, he will go on doing the karma. In the bargain, he is in the Hridaya Granthi of Avidya, Kama and Karma, which is called Samsara. He will never be able to rise above all this to discover the ultimate. सो कर्म नाम नियमार्थम. इन चीजों में कर्म को कर्म नियमन करना मतलब दो तीन बातें हैं. दुष्कर्म करके नुकसान नहीं होना, सत्कर्म करके फायदा होना, कर्म से ऊपर उठना. All the three. By avoiding wrong action so that we don't suffer, by doing right action so that we get benefit, then by to rise above even action. And that same action, when it is done in such a way that you rise above the action, that action becomes karma yoga. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. Is it not? Otherwise, karmas are by birth ashuddhi. But you are using the karma only to become shuddha inside. That way of doing the same karma is called karma yoga. How to do that? When you don't have phalasakti and then when you don't have the ahankara of doing. Here, now the karma which was vyavahara so far discussed has become sadhana. There you become spiritual if you bring these aspects. कर्म योग करना है जिसमें कर्तृत्व नहीं होना है, फल आसक्ति नहीं होना है, इससे मैं कर्म के श्रृंखला से बाहर आता हूं. No, these are all philosophical spiritual thoughts which we introduced. कृष्ण भगवान तो उसको इंट्रोड्यूस किए बिना इन जनरल बता. We are trying to understand comprehensively पूरा. We are clubbing. He will club at the end. Finally, your goal is not the working, thinking about guna dosha, etc. जब तक तुम गुण दोष का या शुभ अशुभ का सोचते हो, you are still in the world of multiplicity and grossness only. At one level, sarvadharman pariteja, then only you go beyond all the appearances to discover the self. वो बाद में बताएंगे. But at this level, when we are there to save ourselves from doing wrong karma, to help us to do the good karma and also to rise above the karma. That this Guna Dosha Vidhana with Desha Kala Vastu Ityadi I have given in the Shastra. Bhagavan says, tomorrow we'll continue. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Thank you. वाल्मीकि रामायण सुनो.